Good morning, everyone. This is Uma coming to you live on Monday, March 13th, with the episode for this week for the Lotus Lounge Podcast. Welcome in, everyone. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me and for tuning in to hear about the energy this week. I like to think of this podcast as just a little bit of an energetic update of what's to come this week, filled with very helpful spiritual advice from our spirit guides, ascended master friends, and the above. So please settle in for the next 20 to 30 minutes and let's figure out what the energy is this week. We're going to, of course, first start with a note from the universe. So close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in, and exhale. This is our note from the universe for you today. Remember, time does not exist. So whenever you hear this message, it will apply and it is a message from spirit for you. Thank you so much for listening. Today's message is most people are just trying to survive. Just remember, most people are so beguiled by your charm, awed by your confidence, and inspired by your choices, they simply forget to say thank you, please, and I love you like crazy. As often as they feel the urge, let's not be one of those people. Thank you, please, I love you like crazy, love the universe. I love this message because sometimes we lose sight of the fact that we are all souls here having a human experience. We are here for the joy of living. And sometimes we're going to bump into other people that don't think like us, act like us, or even want the same things. So this little note from the universe is just a reminder that we're all doing what we can to enjoy this life. Don't take anything personally. Don't make any assumptions, and just try your best to have fun and enjoy people where they're at. That is the message and note from the universe. I really like that message because I feel that as we continue on in life, and especially the older we get, for those of us that are in our late 30s and our early 40s, we're really beginning to understand that there is no right and wrong, right, guys? I mean, there's a whole lot of gray area, if you will. And in life, the idea is we want to have fun. We want to enjoy this presence. We want to enjoy the things that are coming to us. But we can't really do that if we keep looking to the left, looking to the right, figuring out what's going on with other people. We really just have to stay focused on what is happening for us. So before we jump into our blog reading, let's go ahead and get our affirmation of the day. The affirmation of the day says, I am present. Today I will pay close attention to the ideas that flow to me. I am present. Today I will pay close attention to the ideas that flow to me. So the way I like to use these affirmations is just to repeat it throughout the day. I pull these cards for myself, and you would just want to pull the card and say throughout the day, I am present. I am present. I am present. Remember, guys, any words that come after I am, you are really instituting into your life. So allow yourself to be in this moment. Don't focus on the future. Don't reminisce or think about the past. Stay here in this present moment. And if you can do that, Spirit is going to flow attention to you about the next steps you can take through ideas. What better way to approach your future than being in the now? That is your affirmation of the day. I am present. All right, some really good messages so far. Spirit is really talking to us and getting us to understand that there's a lot going on behind the scenes, right? Don't you guys get that feeling? And all we have to do is just stay present and don't worry about what other people are doing. That's the messages so far. We just got to focus on us and our journey and trust that everything will work out. Uh, this weekend was interesting. I did like no work. I just took a little staycay with my friends, and it was interesting because I found myself judging myself a little bit. And I said, "Oh, Uma, you got to write this blog, you got to do this podcast, all this other stuff." And then Spirit reminded me about the joy of living. So, my blog today, I hope you guys is going to find helpful, even though it's going to be a little bit more on the fun side. I hope that you find it helpful because it definitely was helpful for me, and I want to bring that information to you. All right, so we're going to do the blog of the week. The blog of the week is Hacking Life, a game of chutes and ladders. I never saw life as a box of chocolates, sorry Forrest Gump, but more like a game, specifically the game of chutes and ladders. Wow, I'm really dating myself with that comment, but hopefully those of you who read this or hear this will remember and understand. A quick summary for those of you who don't know. I apologize in advance because your childhood, as lovely as it was, definitely missed out on one of the most fun and enlightening games in history. Picture it, a board filled with ladders to go up and chutes that slide you down. The object of the game is simple, really, to get from the bottom of the board to the top quickest out of all the players. Simple, right? Nope. When you roll the dice, you are constantly praying to land on a square with a ladder so it fast tracks you to the top. But sometimes that dastardly dice put you in the square with a chute, and you watch gloomily as your piece slides all the way down to the bottom of the board. Oh, and to add to the fun, not all the ladders and chutes are the same size. There are some that are short, some that are long, and there is one chute and one ladder that is the biggest of them all, going from the top to the bottom and vice versa. It is a game of luck, chance, focus, and strategizing. Sounds like life, right? Let me explain. In life, we all start at the bottom of the board, and the aim is to get to the top. As we roll the dice, we see what fate has given us. Some of us are born with a ladder, so we automatically get a hand up. And some of us have to work hard to reach a ladder to give ourselves that leg up. Some of us, no matter how hard we work or try, we keep hitting chute after chute, making us feel like 3 steps forward and 10 steps back. A constant struggle of wit and inner strength to keep going despite all the odds. Now you might say, but Uma, I can't win in this game because some players keep getting ladder after ladder, and I keep getting chute after chute. Not quite. I've played this game many a times in my youth, and let me tell you one thing, it is anyone's game. I've seen people make it to the top easily with the help of ladders, and then lose it all by hitting that one chute that wipes it all away. I've seen people struggle with defeat after defeat and then hit that one lucky ladder that catapults them throughout the whole game to the top and they win. I've seen other players have a mixed bag of chutes and ladders and they either make it or win or don't. Get where I'm going with this? It's all a game, and it's not so important that you win, but that you have fun while playing it. In terms of life, this message applies. We are all going to die at some point or another, so it doesn't matter if you arrive there first or last. The point of life is to enjoy it while you are living it. I was reminded this weekend about chutes and ladders during my spiritual staycay. My friends and I went to a Korean spa house on Friday and spent 8 hours there. We journeyed, we swam, we sat in hot rooms, and we slept. We laughed, we talked, we stayed quiet, and we pondered. When I left my friends, I found only a third of me wanted to go back to the land of the living. The other 2/3 wanted to continue the detox and de-stress from life. And so I chose that option. and did that. I spent the weekend sleeping, eating, watching my Netflix shows, and pondering. I felt a tad bit guilty as I have my new book launching, Chronicles of a Spirit Walker, exactly 1 week on March 20th, and I have so much to do. But I relaxed, remembering the game of Chutes and Ladders. It's all a game, and my only purpose is to have fun and enjoy it while I'm in it. In playing Chutes and Ladders, I'm reminded that in the game, as in life, the board is already set. We call that destiny. And each time the dice is cast, we anticipate our fate. The best way to play the game, as in life, is to be excited and hopeful for positive results. When the bad times hit, laugh as loud as you can while sliding down those chutes and enjoy the fun of it. It makes for a great experience, not just for yourself, but for those playing it with you as well. Remember, no one likes a sore loser. So when you see someone else winning, cheer them on and be happy for them. That might not have been the game you won, but you will win others in the future. So for now, be happy and content your friends are winning. Your turn will come soon enough. Your challenge is simple this week. Buy a game of Chutes and Ladders and play. Well, you can if you want to, but I was joking. Your challenge is simply to shift into the perspective that brings you the most joy and see life as a game. Pretty soon, you'll be surrounded by other happy game players, and then life really becomes more enjoyable. Until next time, have a namaste. I hope you guys enjoyed the blog. I found it really fun to write, and I hope that you guys really found it fun as well, because that is really the whole point of life. Even Shakespeare said it. All of life is a play, and we are all players in it. So when did we stop having fun and really started to take this stuff seriously? I don't know. Hopefully you guys can tell me. Or better yet, let's not even think about it and focus on other things. All right, we're going to move into our reading for the week. For those of you that are new, welcome in. And this reading is about the energy update for the week of March 13th. But remember, guys, time does not exist. So whenever you hear this recording, if it's a recording that you're listening to, don't forget that Spirit speaks to you and gives you messages in divine timing. So you probably needed the messages that you hear now for when it's going to come. So let's take a deep breath in, focus on this week. This is the reading for the week of March 13th. We have 3 cards, one for the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, one for the middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and one for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I also have some clarifying cards. For the beginning of the week, we have 6 of Coins, which is a card of generosity, give and take. The 6 of Coins is an incredibly layered card with a lot of nuances. On one hand, the card indicates good fortune and a burst of abundance coming through. Driving a bit deeper, this card asks you to examine your relationship with wealth by seeing which aspect of the card you identify most with. Are you in a place of financial security? Are your income and expenses balanced? Or are you in a place where you are able to give? If not, are you the taker? There's no judgment with this card, so whatever you currently find yourself in is okay. It's important, however, to be able to view your patterns from an unbiased place. Sometimes we find ourselves in relationships or situations where there is a give and take dynamic. This dynamic is typically from family of origin conditioning. Whether we are the giver or the taker, it is where we feel most comfortable, and it becomes something woven into our identity. As the giver, you may love the good feelings that come with making a difference. As the taker, you may fear instability and not trust yourself fully. An important aspect of this card is the long-term plan. If you're giving, what are you giving to those around you that help them learn to take care of themselves? If you are taking, what is your long-term plan? So this card is clarified by the Ten of Wands and Prince of Wands. I feel the message of Monday, Tuesday is clear. It's all about reciprocity. We're going to see a balancing out of the energies. For those of you that have been taking, you are about to be put in positions where you're now required to give. And for those of you who have been giving to the point of mental and physical exhaustion, relax. The energy says you're going to relax Monday, Tuesday, and then if by a miracle, all of a sudden the universe provides for you. So depending on your past and what you've been doing is what we're going to see happen for you at the beginning of the week. Either it's going to be full of love and abundance as you givers start to take, or it might be a little sad and disappointing if you're a taker and then you get hit with the news. People aren't going to be giving to you anymore. The middle of the week, we have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card about balance, neutrality, and patience. This card asks you to find balance and peace. Now is the perfect time to have a curious mind and be open to different opinions and perspectives. Rigidity in how we view people and the world around us is not a pleasant headspace to live in. None of us are perfect, and very few of us are pure evil. Try to remember that humans live in the gray area and have compassion for people however you can. This card is clarified by the Five of Cups and Seven of Swords. I feel that on Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to see conflict across the board from everyone. You're going to have conflict at work, or it could be in your relationships or with people close to you. But Spirit is actually saying that most of these relationships are salvageable. And even if somebody appears to be pure evil, always remember the old saying, hurt people hurt people. So if you find people are being negative or rude towards you, demeaning or disrespectful, try to hold space from a higher perspective and remember the gray area that we live in. We all have faults. We all make mistakes. Forgive those who hurt you on Wednesday and Thursday, and in turn, the universe will repay you for that. And finally, on the weekend, we have the Hanged Man, or in this deck, as it's called, the Hanged One. This card asks you to let go and surrender. The Hanged One is all about sacrifice. Sometimes in life, we accept struggle in the immediate because we know it will pay off in the end. While progress may not be happening at the moment, it will once this period ends. You may feel like you're in limbo and may be frustrated with these circumstances, but have faith that this is temporary and will work out in your favor. It is in the pauses where we are truly able to integrate the lessons we have learned. These are necessary. While you may feel more comfortable pushing forward, this card is letting you know that without surrendering to this pause, you won't make the progress you want to. The Hanged One is clarified by the Five of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Again, conflict follows you into the weekend. Some of you are really working hard, really grinding for your life purpose or your career, and you're not seeing the results. Some of you are loving on, at the moment, an emotionally unavailable person. But Spirit is asking you very simply, very politely, be consistent. Keep doing what you are doing. Surrender to this process. It is a pause, not a stop. And if you can do that successfully over the weekend, some of you are going to see results immediately by this weekend. And some of you will still be in your pause. Just trust the process, that everything is going to work out, and Spirit truly has your back. This is the weekly Taroscope reading for the week of March 13th. I love the readings for this week because pretty much we've been seeing a big shift in the outer world as people have been coming to terms with Saturn in Pisces. Saturn went into Pisces last week, and it was a big change from Saturn in Capricorn Aquarius, which we've been in for the past 2.5 years. The biggest difference is that it is definitely going to be more easier, more relaxed, more flow. And we can see that from the different energies of Capricorn and Pisces. Capricorn is the taskmaster. So this is an energy of getting things done and grinding and working to the point of exhaustion. And now we're in Pisces, where we're just realizing it's not about the grind, it's about the flow. So as we're beginning to see this shift in the Saturn movement, we are beginning to see a lot of people come to terms with they're not exactly where they want to be. And that can be, excuse me, and that can be troubling for some, or it can be enlightening for others, depending on how people take it. Before we end our podcast today, we are going to go into the message from the Ascended Master of the day. This here is the message of the Ascended Master, Paul the Venetian, for you. Paul the Venetian was the Italian Renaissance artist Paolo Cagliari. He moved to Venice, which is why he's now called the Venetian, during the city's golden era in the 1500s, where he painted religious murals and paintings. He was successfully able to defend himself against charges of blasphemy during the Inquisition for his artistic rendering of the Last Supper. You can call upon Paul the Venetian for help with freeing your artistic expression and creativity. Here is the message for you from Paul the Venetian. This card signals that your artistic talents are in need of creative expression. You have hidden talents that lie dormant. This trapped energy can make you feel tired, restless, and anxious, and can lead to addictions if the energy isn't expressed. Even if your artistic abilities feel unpolished, they need an outlet. Make the time today to draw, paint, sing, play music, write, take photographs, make jewelry, sew, dance, or do something artistic and creative. You may find the key to your life's purpose and ideal career through this process. Additional meanings of this card: take a class to learn a new skill. One of your loved ones is an artist. Express your true feelings, or your life purpose may involve an artistic endeavor such as writing or playing music. This is your message from the Ascended Masters of the day. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in again this week to listen to the podcast. Just some special announcements. I do have a couple of classes up this week, not this weekend, and they are online and in person. So just check my website, thelotusandthelight.com, for a list of upcoming events. We do have the mentorship program in mediumship starting in May. So I'm giving advance notice. If you go on my calendar, you'll be able to find it there. It is mediumship level 1 starts in May, and mediumship level 2 will be in June. And also 1 week from today, on March 20th, I will be doing my book launch for Chronicles of a Spirit Walker. On that day, I will release the link so you can buy it, because we want everyone to buy it on March 20th, not before, not after. We want everyone to buy it on March 20th, because that is the day that we're going to offer special pricing. So the pricing for that book, Chronicles of a Spirit Walker, is going to be 99 cents for a Kindle copy on March 20th. It's going to be $9.99 for the paperback copy, and then $17.17 for the hardcover copy. My recommendation, get the paperback, because I got that and it's really nice and I love it. And if you do buy a copy, I do some tours around the country and out of the country. So please hold on to your copy. And when I see you, I'm happy to autograph it for you. Thanks, guys, so much for tuning in. I just want to end by reminding you that the special for March is still going on. There's some of you that want to work with me one-on-one in a 3-month membership, and I have that in terms of the Awakened Lotus program, mentorship program. So it is a 3-month program where I work one-on-one with you to change your beliefs, do some mindset reset, and teach you about the natural laws so that you can create a beautiful and bountiful life for yourself. If you sign up with me and prepay in the month of March, you can start in April. It is with a big discount of $500 off the entire program. All right. So check it out. It's on my website, thelotusandthelight.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love you all, and I will see you next week. Have a namaste.